And in today's video, we're going to closer look to the Galaxy S24 Fan Edition cameras. And before you start, hit the camera and then option, advanced video option, and choose smaller files with high bitrate or H.264, one of two. 8K 30 frames per second, but in a wide angle lens, only 4K 30. That's what we are at the moment. A video stabilization looks good. Reading it. Well, vlogging style. If you want to vlog from the smartphone, this is how it's going to look like. You can compare this video to any other smartphone. Same place, different time. Let's continue. I'm going to have autofocus in wide angle lens. No, we don't. Switching to 60 frames per second, which is smooth. Zoom. And the zoom goes all the way to 10x. Can you read the license plate? And in 30, it's 12x, so a bit more. Can we read the license plate? No. Maybe. No. Let's move to the other side. Switching to 60 for much smoother experience. Autofocus. Yeah, it is quick. Macro. Yeah. Wow. From the main lens. That is nice. If we zoom, we could even have a better macro. Electronic one. It's very cool. We can switch to the front-facing camera during the recording, and that is extremely cool. Only Samsung have. And Huawei and another brand, I'm not remember the name. Realme. No, not Realme. Honor has such a feature. Switching lenses during the recording is quite important. For example, we're talking about flowers, and those red flowers are very cool. Did you see that? Did you see how continuous filming can be done and how quick that is? And you can continue with the filming and go on my way. Without it, I have to stop, switch, then it's a pain in the ass. It's wasting time, and time is important. Anyway, front-facing camera, is it going to overexpose the sky? Well, directly to the sun? Of course it will. When I'm out of the frame, it will compensate quickly. Full length of my arm, 4K 60, like they said, from the front-facing camera. And autofocus, is it available? No, it is not. So no details, no macro in a front-facing camera. But do you really need it? That is the question for the individual filmmaker, smartphone filmmaker. All right, what else do we have in a camera app? Let's start from the portrait mode, and portrait it is. Which I think looks even better than in the iPhone. That cinematic experience, isn't it? All right. It looks nice, really nice. This is a front-facing camera, and in the portrait mode, of course, it will blur the background. It will imitate the full-frame camera. And we do have features like the intensity of the blur, big circle. So you won't be able to tell where I am, is it? Wow, the quality is getting better and better. You won't be able to tell where I am. And that's cool. Black and white, and I'm in color. How crazy is that? Oh, no, I'm also black and white. And glitch, which I don't think anyone uses. Then photo mode. And photo, we can shoot 50 megapixels. And if we shoot 50 megapixels, let me just... Okay, it needs a bit of time. Just a bit more, and there it is. And when we zoom, we have tons of details. And That is super cool. How much zoom are we going to have? A 50 megapixel 5x, and then 12 megapixel should be way more, all the way to 30x. But such a picture is yeah, AI auto framing, which is super cool. And the subject, it is, you can see it is tracking him nicely. Of course, you can tap on him and it'll be even further, and it's tracking him beautifully. And he lost it. Super steady on, such a feature. We have super steady on, so if I run, video stabilization will be super steady. Available in 60 frames per second, which is cool. Let's continue, and we do have a Pro mode, and then the Pro for the photo. You can do all kinds of things. You can shoot in RAW if you wanted to. You have the adjustment for the contrast, highlights, shadows, saturation, and thin. Let's continue. There's also a Pro video. So in the Pro video also you have tons and tons of features. Dual recording is a feature that you can record in two cameras. You can choose the camera first, for example, ultra wide and front facing camera, hit OK, and then you have two cameras at the same time. Or you can do it like this, picture in picture if you wanted to. Of course you can, that's for vlogging, ideal for vlogging. For Bixby Vision, for example, for the wine and discover. What about that building? All right, discover. So it's not ideal, not ideal. Pictures, and in this mode, auto mode is a little bit weird because sometimes it will oversaturate the image and sometimes it will undersaturate the image. So it's all over the place. For example, that grass wasn't so green, and it's over sharpening the image greatly. I'm not sure why it needs to be so sharp. Why they decide to make such a sharp image? It looks like from a smartphone. Well, it is what it is. But for example, now it's undersaturated. Look at the red. In real life, it was a little bit more vibrant. Just a little bit more, especially those roses. I don't know. This is auto mode. Of course, in manual mode, you can do all kinds of magic. Let me leave you with those pictures. I'll come back to you in a second. With 1.8 we'll have a very bright lens, but still a little bit of washout. And in the video department, I don't know, it doesn't look like other smartphones, other flagship smartphones. A little bit too much noise for me. And it's like camera is dirty, but it isn't. I don't know. It's okay, but not a flagship experience, at least for 2024. And the maximum settings, which is 8K 30 frames per second, it looks good, but it's only 78 in the bit rate, so it's not too much. A bit grainy. But 78 for the 8K? I don't know. Not too much data. Not too much. Then what did we learn? And we learned that the pictures are... and the videos is... you could say it's a pro camera, but not ultimate camera, like in a link in the description. Well, look at the size. Yeah. So if you like pro photo and pro video, Galaxy S24, it's a good choice. But if you're in the market for the ultimate camera experience, then the Vivo is the way to go. And that's all I got for now. See you next video. Bye. What the fuck?